All right. So, when I did my video talking about the my idea for Disneyland, I talked about an old idea I had that I haven't done in a few years, but so I thought I'd dust it off, and that is the idea of doing an overlay of the Haunted Mansion, much like how uh, in Disneyland, California, there's basically a overlay every holiday season for Nightmare Before Christmas. So I thought it'd be kind of cool for if Disney World got an overlay, and that being that for this overlay, my idea would be a Gravity Falls overlay. Now, I think it would be kind of fun to do it like a Summerween thing, like do it over the summer. That'd be kind of, I think that would, again, to have that Gravity Falls kind of fun to it. And also you maybe think, well, Gravity Falls hasn't been on TV in a long time. Yeah, but the fan base is still more rabid than ever, and it's still around thanks to Disney Plus. And the fan base is basically, the show is still like highly viewed to this day, so you could still in theory make this work. So so here's my idea for a Gravity Falls Haunted Mansion ride. So like I said, it is an overlay, and essentially what you have, let's talk about like um the queue first. Like let's talk about the queue and the overarching story. So in the queue, you basically see like the Mystery Shack. Everyone from the Mystery Shack is like parked here. So you have Stan's golf cart parked next to the invisible carriage. You also have like the Haunted Mansion has like a sign saying under new management. You have like references and tombstones to like Quentin Tremblay and other dead characters or undead characters from Gravity Falls now in the graveyards. And it also tells like a story. Like in the story, it's basically revealed that Stan bought the Gracie Manor because he's running out of attractions. He's not, like the Mystery Shack is running out of money. Because it's not, and he's like, this whole Summerween thing's got me thinking. People want to be scared. If you can bring Christmas all the way up till September, that would be a great joke because they're always every year they keep bringing the haunted holidays sooner and sooner to um, Disneyland Hollywood. To Disneyland. So it'd be kind of fun. Like, if they could start saying Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays during frickin' September, I could say Happy Halloween during the summer. So Stan basically bought the Gracie Manor, but the thing is, all 999 ghosts don't want him there. So they're trying to drive him and everyone else in the Mystery Shack out of the house. So that's the story. Now, for narrator, it'd be like when you get on the buggy and all that, the new narrator would be Bill Cipher, who Bill's basically followed them and is like, well, I'm just gonna watch. I'm just here to spectate. And he would be the new narrator. So when you get into the stretching room, I would even have Bill say, in case you haven't noticed, Meat Sacks, this room has no windows or no doors. So here's a fun question for you. Find a way out. You can't do it, huh? Because you're dumb and you're corporeal. Of course, there's always my way, and that's when the overhead would turn to I guess you could say like an image of a 3D image of like Bill looking down at you, and be like, "Welcome to the Haunted Mansion, suckers," and then goes away. So that's when the door opens up. You go through. You get on the haunted buggies, and like I said, Bill's the narrator. So he's just like telling you that like, "Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Stan doesn't know what he's in for. Come on, let's watch the chaos." So what would happen in your first room? I know like they have the Hatbox Ghost right in the front. That's kind of counterintuitive to the whole theme of the ride. So in here, instead of the Hatbox Ghost, you would see Ford as the first and it would be a Ford animatronic, and he's like looking down the endless hallway. And in the endless hallway, you'd see an image of Bill just kind of like waving at you and then vanishing away. You go through the rest of the rooms. You see like going back to the stretching room real fast, because I forgot to mention this part. So in the stretching room, you would have like parodies of the famous stretching room posters, but instead it would be members of Gravity Falls who are having the untimely deaths, so to speak. So I forgot to mention that part. But getting back on track, you pass by the coffin, almost forgot the word, with the hand coming out of it, and there's an animatronic of Wendy, and she's got her axe ready, and she's just like, when this thing pops out, I'm just going to chop away. I'm just going to go at it. So you have that. Then you move on to, you would have like other themes in here, like you would see like, you would hear other of the henchmaniacs from Bill in the locked doors. I would even say like maybe you hear other members of from the Gravity Falls cast, like you hear Mayor Durlin and Sheriff Durlin and Blubbs Sheriff Blubbs and Durlin trying to like open a door. It's like, it ain't opening, Sheriff. Well, bang harder. Or, Pacifica's like, I didn't even want to be in this stupid ride. Let me out. Then you go to the next part of the ride, which is Madame Leota's room. And in there, this is where we find Stan, who's just kind of like an animatronic of Stan, just kind of hovering. It is like, let me down, lady. And she would just be like, you disturbed our eternal rest, Stan Pines, and you are going to suffer. And also, like, you stole from me. And he's like, I didn't steal anything except the house and your stuff. All right, yeah, I stole stuff. So then we move on to the ballet room, and here is where you would see a animatronic of Seuss, who's at the party, and he's just like sitting at the table like, oh boy, ghost food! Oh, dude, ghost food, my favorite! So you'd see like Stan trying to like eat something, and it just vanishes. He's like, oh. Then we get to the attic, and this is where you'd see Dipper. Dipper in here, the animatronic of Dipper here would be hiding somewhere in the attic, and he's just like, nope, not coming out. And here's where you'd have a different audio for Constance Hatchaway, where she's like, come on out, little one. I know you like older women. Till death do us part. And he's like, lady, lady, you ain't my type. So just a little fun there. Then we come to now to the graveyard scene, and this is where instead of you get the caretaker and his dog, you get a animatronic of Mabel and Waddles, who are basically welcoming you to the graveyard, and they're just like, oh, hi, welcome, so glad you guys made it. So check all this out. And this is where you'd see like all the ghosts, and also like all of the stuff from the Mystery Shack, just all hanging out, just all spilled everywhere. It's all one big party. You have all the characters again from Gravity Falls. Now they're all here with you. And then as we're leaving, Bill tells us, in case you were wondering, did you really think you'd get out of this without me following you home? And that's where you would see the image of Bill in the car with you, rather than the hitchhikers. So, yeah, as you're exiting, he's just like, now exit through the gift shop, suckers. And that's the ride. So, yeah, I always thought that this would be a cool idea. I always thought this would be a fun, neat idea. And it still works. Like, I even had the idea of, like, maybe if they get rid of the overlay for the Twilight Zone, you could apply Gravity Falls there. Have it be that it's the same thing where it standbys the Hollywood Tower, and he's upset the ghosts, and now you're just watching him and everyone else in the Mystery Shack gang getting thrown up and down in the ride, just going up and down, being thrown around, and Stan's just like, I don't care what you do, I ain't walking out on this deal. Uncle Stan, give it back, no. Anyway, so there you go, guys. That's just my idea for a Haunted Mansion and Tower of Terror Gravity Falls overlay. You guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this, and what would you do with this kind of overlay, or should it go to a different Disney ride? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.